الفراق مشامتا.
Okay, just got 9 minutes past 7. Welcome back to Sabahul Muslim and Radio Islam International. Amazon's imminent arrival in South Africa has been rumored for 12 years. For over a decade now, we've been hearing that Amazon may come, they may not come, they're coming, they're about to come. But there have been several developments in recent months that strongly suggest that Amazon is finally pulling the trigger on such a move. My broadband reported that Amazon was looking for warehouse space. That was earlier this year. And that led to speculation that it could be entering the local e-commerce market. Then around June this year, Business Insider reported that there were documents being obtained which detailed Amazon's plans to expand its marketplace into 5 new countries in Africa, South America, and Europe. Then even more credibility was added to the potential launch when Amazon recently posted job listings for 2 managerial roles in its what it terms ZA marketplace. You know, ZA is for South Africa. So you've got Takealot, right? Takealot's really dominating the market currently. There are a few others, I think. Loot, I used it for a while, but then I didn't use it much after that. I actually just unloaded the app. Is that the word? What you call it when you take the app off your phone? Uninstall. Okay. But Takealot, I mean, it's there. Many Takealot sellers have a negative view of Amazon's buyer first approach. They feel Amazon focuses too much on the buyer, not on the seller, and it makes the processes expensive and rigid for the seller. Takealot's doing well. It has a vast logistics network. It's built a solid reputation as a go-to online retailer for many South Africans. According to the former CEO of Takealot, already in 2019, prior to COVID, they were shipping an average of 35,000 orders per day. That was prior to COVID. I would assume that during COVID, it probably increased because people were more homebound and not wanting to travel. 35,000 orders per day already in November 2019. But as good as that is, it's minuscule in front of Amazon's global figures. In 2019, Amazon had shipped 1.9 billion packages across the globe. So that's about 5.2 million shipments per day globally. 35,000 per day is what Takealot does in South Africa. Amazon has no shortage of funding. They can hit the ground running quickly. They can expand logistics capabilities, marketing campaigns. They can offer solid value propositions to customers. They have different, packages, that kind of thing. The question is that with Amazon having over 200 million subscribers across the globe. I'm not sure what Takealot has, right? But Amazon has got more than 200 million subscribers across the globe. Do you think it's going to disrupt the market if it comes here to South Africa? Takealot has built itself for years and has slowly been setting up a strong distribution line here in South Africa. But will Amazon's vast funding serve to build the South African market or break the South African market? How do you view Amazon's coming to South Africa? Will it build the local market or will it break the local market? Will it just swallow it up? That's the first part of the question that I'm asking. The second part is, what's your experience with e-commerce in South Africa? I mean, apart from Takealot itself, what's your experience when you shop with Takealot? And what you call it? Besides Takealot, what other apps or what other e-commerce platforms do you use? In my house, it's like Shein is going out of fashion. It's just Shein, everything. It seems to be quite cheap. Anyone else uses Loot? There was something else that a couple of years ago I remember. That those were international companies. So locally, I mean, besides Takealot, who else? Internationally, who do you use? Have you used Amazon? I know Alibaba is more for businesses, right? It's more like when you're buying goods in bulk and certain types of goods and that kind of thing. But you can share your experiences with us on 072 786 1548. That's 072 786 1548. Okay, coming up in a bit, we have our hadith for the morning from Riyadh al-Salihin, still on the chapter on helping others and fulfilling the needs of Muslims. Then we've got the Ibrahim Deen will join us on the line, and we'll be taking a look at the media lens for this week, focusing on Iraq. Just after 7:30, Words with Maulana Wajah. We'll share some memories of Ijaz Khan relating to Sabahul Muslim. He had his last program yesterday. New opportunities have opened up for him in a field totally unrelated to radio. and exciting times for him. It's a bittersweet moment for us. We lose a key staff member, but at the same time, exciting times for him, trying something different in life, and so far doing fairly well at it, mashallah. So we'll share some memories around that just after 7:30 with Mulana Wajah. We will speak to Azhar Rubai from Iraq, getting a first-hand ground perspective on what's happening there, what's Muqtada Sadr up to. After 8, we talk about the crisis around medical care for foreigners in state healthcare facilities in South Africa intensifying. That article I spoke about yesterday in the conversation, we speak to the author. Towards the latter part of the program, we'll talk about what's happening in Zimbabwe as far as the healthcare system is concerned there, because the perception is that the healthcare system there is pretty much collapsed. That's why you're having so many Zimbabweans coming into South Africa. And we also will continue the discussion around Islam and superstitions. That's in the next hour of the program. So that's what you can look forward to. I also want to hear your feedback on Take a Lot, Amazon. What do you think about Amazon coming into the market? Which e-commerce platforms do you use? Why? And what's your experience been like? And share that with us. It's just gone 14 minutes off, almost 15 minutes past 7. Time for this morning's hadith.
Hadith discussions on Sabahul Muslim with Maulana Sulaimaan Ravat.
عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: من نفس عن مؤمن كربة من كرب الدنيا نفس الله عنه كربة من كرب يوم القيامة، ومن يسر على معسر يسر الله عليه في الدنيا والآخرة، ومن ستر مسلما ستره الله في الدنيا والآخرة، والله في عون العبد ما كان العبد في عون أخيه، ومن سلك طريقا يلتمس فيه علما سهل الله له طريقا إلى الجنة، وما اجتمع قوم في بيت من بيوت الله يتلون كتاب الله ويتدارسونه بينهم إلا نزلت عليهم السكينة وغشيتهم الرحمة وحفتهم الملائكة وذكرهم الله في من عنده ومن بطأ به عمله لم يسرع به نسبه. رواه Muslim. Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrates that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Allah will remove one of the calamities of the day of Qiyamah from one who removes a worldly calamity from a believer. Allah will provide ease in this world and the year after to one who provides ease to a person in difficulty. Allah will conceal the faults in this world and in the year after of one who conceals the faults of a Muslim. Allah continues helping a person as long as a person continues helping his brother. Allah eases the path to paradise for one who treads a path in order to seek knowledge. No people gather in one of the houses of Allah in order to recite the book of Allah and study it among themselves without tranquility descending upon them, mercy engulfing them, the angels surrounding them, and Allah speaking of them to those who are with him, meaning the close angels and prophets. One whose deeds have kept him behind, his lineage cannot take him forward. This narration is in Muslim. Some of what is mentioned here is mentioned in the hadith we discussed yesterday, but there are many additions in this particular hadith. Now, sakina, if you gather in one of the houses of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala and to recite the book of Allah, to study it, then sakina descends. Sakina means mercy within the soul, tranquility in the heart. It could mean Allah's special mercy. Some say sakina is the name of an angel that descends on the heart and prompts you towards good. When Allah says He will speak to those with Him about you, it means the close angels, the prophets. Allah expresses His pleasure with your actions. When you congregate to talk about Allah and to study the book of Allah and the deen of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, when you embark on the path of knowledge, meaning if you physically embark literally, it means you do things like memorization, discussion, study, research, all of that is pleasing to Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. It puts you on the path to Jannah, meaning you will be guided so that you will become obedient and thereby become eligible for Jannah. Helping a Muslim is a remarkable action, and this is what the chapter is about, and this is what this hadith emphasizes in the first part. Even the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, whose rank was already established, they used to help others. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam would milk the goat of the family of a sahabi who was gone out on an expedition. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, Umar radiallahu anhu would do the same. They would go to the elderly widows. They would see to their domestic needs. They say when you gather to seek knowledge, right, then the angels stack themselves up one after the other from your physical location right up to the to the throne of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, out of respect for knowledge and also leaving no gaps for the devil to come and interfere. And the last point in this hadith is about lineage. It's not your lineage that will benefit you in the hereafter. It's only your good actions. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said to Fatima radiallahu anha that even though you are my daughter and my favorite daughter, that is not what will make you the queen of Jannah. It's your actions that will count. After the break, the media lens with Ibrahim Deen.